How's everybody doing?
What are your thoughts of Ben Johnson being your head coach?
Insanely excited. When we called, it was Kevin, George, Ryan, and Ted all on the phone, and I kind of said thank you to all of them, and then once I got off the phone, I was driving on the highway, and I don't know if it was safe or not, but I gave out a loud yell and scream of just excitement, of just it brings a bunch of clarity to the off season. It brings a bunch of different things to the off season, and I'm really excited about obviously the Bears and this org and being able to make this happen and keep Ben Johnson as our coach for a long time.
Did he reach out to you Monday?
Yeah. We talked, and you can see the competitiveness in his eyes and the fire in his eyes, and it was really cool seeing that. This is actually the first time that we talked. I know after games, I tried to go find him and shake his hand at least. After our games and things like that, and I think he ran off. I think he knew it was better not to probably shake my hand after the game in those moments. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this organization and everything to come.
Taylor, two questions for you. The first one, when Ben actually got in touch with you, how did you vet it out to make sure you knew you were talking about?
So first of all, I think it was great PR. The prank call. I think the prank call was great PR. But no, so actually Ted and all of them, once we got off the phone, they sent me his number, and so I knew it was the right number at that time. And then he actually FaceTimed me. But I was driving, but he FaceTimed me and then sent me a picture of his face because he also heard of the prank call. But like I said, I think the prank call was great PR. I don't feel no ill will towards anything with that. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I think the aspects that he's going to bring to us and this org is going to be amazing, and many great things to come.
In addition to his competitive fire, what do you see that's compatible with you that your personality is going to match?
That's one of the most important things is that fire, that will and want to win. I think not only me, but being able to bring the accountability, being able to bring the discipline, like you said up there on the podium. If guys are stepping out of line or not being in line, and not just with him and things like that, but with the team, and you're not doing the right things, you gotta be you got to be put out on blast in front of the whole team, because that shows the accountability. That shows the discipline that he talked about up there, and being consistent with that throughout his long career here and our career here is going to be important. It starts with him. No, you're all good. It starts with him, and that's a lot of people here. I get it. But it starts with Ben and the rest of the coaches that he brings along, and then once we figure out exactly what his roles are and how everything goes and how it needs to be run, it bleeds into the players, and then from there it's in the locker room, and now we have to take it and run with it from there and keep leaning on each other, keep growing and progressing, and being disciplined to each other and accountable to each other, because what he's been able to do over there with Detroit in that offense, you don't see an offense doing things that they were doing without somebody like Ben at the helm of it, just because there's so much time and so much effort and so much energy and passion that goes into it. That's great and all, but without the discipline and accountability, you don't get to do all those cool things like the stumble bum that he talked about with us, which he also brought up to me as soon as we talked, and I didn't truly appreciate it. And then things like somebody like Tom Brady being like, I've never seen that in my life, and he's been through so many games, so many opportunities and things like that he's had on the field and watching. When they pitched it to the running back, and they pitched it back to Amara for like a 20-yard, almost scored. I don't know how long the distance was, but you don't have cool, creative things like that without somebody like him, obviously being such a creative mind, and then being super disciplined, being super, and holding all the guys accountable throughout the weeks and training camp and all these different things.
Ben talked about how anxious he is to get going with you, that he's already seeing things. What has he told you? Because it feels like he sounded like he's got the key to unlock you.
Yeah, I think the structure. Okay. So we talked about the structure. We talked about he's a no nonsense guy, but he'll always have my back, always have the support, always give me support, and so that was one of them, was the structure, the no nonsense, holding me accountable, and us two being on the same wavelength. You know, him being obviously all the way at the helm of it, and him being the head coach, and then me being the quarterback. You know, me being accountable, me, you know, being on the right time, right page, you know, on the field, and doing those things right, doing everything right. And then, you know, from there, being able to hold everybody, you know, accountable, from my space to, and me being quarterback to him being the head coach, and us being on the same wavelength, like I talked about, is really important, because then, you know, when you get to be able to be on the same wavelength with your OC/head coach now, or not OC, but play caller and head coach, and you know, the way that we go about our business, the competitive fire that we have, the discipline that we have towards each other, the accountability that we have towards each other. That was another big part, was being able to, you know, he said he's going to hold me accountable, and he's like, I want you to hold me accountable for a multitude of things. And you know, we talked about other things, and you know, about, you know, my play, about what he's excited about, and what he's, you know, what he wants to change and correct, and if not change and correct, but just better.
Caleb,
What
what did
about
you
please? You talked about taking this job because
Yeah.
what does that mean to you personally? Somebody wanted to come here specifically because of you, your talent, your potential, and what they can develop?
Yeah, no, it's I was trying to think, because he also you know, said a bunch of other things, and it's also not just, you know, about me, and things like that, but him making it a priority to be here and want to help and grow. And you know, we played versus each other in a way, and him seeing us on the field and all the talent that we have here, I think brings excitement to him, and that includes myself. But speaking about people that, you know, I mean, I came all the way from Florida. DJ came from Disneyland with his, you know, with his kids and things like that. I think Cole, I don't exactly know where Cole was. Rome was here, but you know, showing up today, I think is a start, and it shows you the type of guys we have here, and something that he's excited about, and something he talked about is the family aspect of it, and being able to grow that aspect, be able to come closer, become tougher on each other, and then when we get out in the field, you know, we show that.
Caleb, the last 12 months for you have been pretty wild.
Yeah, that's why I have this suit on, and then this outfit, because it looked like I was in the Matrix.
Morpheus.
Yeah, Morpheus, yeah.
Draft process, everything you went through your rookie year. Now that you got the coach you know is going to be here, probably, you know,
For a while.
for a while.
Yeah.
I guess that's the premise of my question. How confident are you that 2025 and beyond is going to go the way that you envision?
Yeah, obviously, you have these envisions, you have all these different things and goals and all of that, but you gotta first you have to have the right people, and then from there you gotta go and you gotta go put in the work. That's on and off the field, building and growing relationships, and when we get on the field, you know, it's going out there and executing, and all those things that I talked about before, about holding each other accountable, about doing the things the right way, and holding each other accountable. And that doesn't have to be public. It's within the locker room, it's within the coaches, of doing things the right way. You know, I think it brings a lot of excitement for this year, up and coming, and then obviously finding ways to keep coach our coach. You know, and obviously he has a part in that. But us going out there and doing things the right way, us holding each other accountable, and it's like I said before, it starts with him and then it bleeds into us, and you know, what the rules are going to be, how we're going to do this, how we're going to run, you know, this together. Because at the end of the day, yes, he's coach, yes, we're players, but we're in this together and we're part of it together, and we want to be able to build and grow consistently throughout the years, and you know, find ways to keep everybody here. And that's obviously partly Ryan's job. But you know, coach and us players throughout the years, and keeping key players to be able to keep building and growing this thing.
Along those lines,
Jason,
he
close
said he wants to spend a lot of time with you. Do you view that as, like, at least at the start, like, yes, offensive guru, or do you think you'll just get right in there and give feedback?
I think part of it's going to be ways to grow for me, and then I think the other half, and for me, but also mainly for the team, because that's the most important thing here, is me being able to grow, and like you said up there, touchdown and interception ratio, and quarterback play, you know, it's changed over the years, and so being able to be in the right spot, being able to do the right things on the football field, and lead these guys the right way, and play well consistently for 17 plus games, is important. And that's what we'll talk about. I definitely think that's what we'll talk about, and make sure that's set and the rules are set. And then from there, you get into the whole football aspect and dive into that, and obviously start doing things how they did, and not specifically how they did, but just super creative things that fits our scheme and our players and our personnel and all these different things. So I think we'll dive into that, and it starts with the base stuff and being able to master the base plan of this offense and this team, and then from there you be able to grow.
Caleb, he said he's going to calibrate this thing around you, which is awesome.
Yep.
What do you want to do more in your offense that maybe was missing for you that you've gone back and looked at it and said Ben is going to allow me to do this?
I haven't been able to dive too deeply into that yet, but I think score, an insane amount of points. I think we have the same mindset. We sat down and talked and had the same mindset about scoring and all these different things. And where sportsmanship is at the end of the game when you shake hands and be respectful in those ways. But when you're on the football field, you want the other teams to feel as if you embarrassed them. And so being able to go out there, that's a collective thing. Special teams, defense, and obviously offense. Being able to go out there and score points, hold teams to minimal points, and when it's needed, put the special teams on the field, and they go out there and execute perfectly. And that's I think a full collective brand of football is what we're aspiring to go for and get, and really excited about that opportunity. I know Ben is, and it's good things to come.
Yeah, Morpheus,
Last
quick
one.
question for you.
Yeah.
What did you think about Ben saying that he's not just going to come in and drop the Lions playbook at everybody's locker, that he's going to build an offense for you?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I've been with. It feels the same way as someone like Lincoln, my past coach in college, in the sense of the way I see things, the way I throw this, the way I do this, the way I do that, wasn't the same as other guys. And it's the same for each player in the NFL. Not every player is Julio Jones, but you're yourself. Not every player is Jared Goff, but you're yourself, and so that goes into that. And so being able to have a coach that understands that and wants to build it around me and then the other personnel that we have on this team, wide receivers, special wide receivers that we have, running backs, special runners, all these different aspects of the team and offense. I think works in our favor and works in his favor, and I think it's great that he knows that and understands that, because that brings another level of excitement, because now it's ours. It's not your previous offense. It's not what you did or anything like that. Obviously, he'll throw in some wrinkles of things that he loves and works and things like that. He told me that it'll be my offense. He's gonna build it around me and things like that. But also, he's gonna test me. He's gonna challenge me in the off season and things like that to what's worked and what works in the NFL. And things that he may want me to get better at, but at the end of the day, if that doesn't fit me, if it doesn't work for me, then it won't be there. And so, and our personnel overall. So that brings another level of excitement, like I said before, because it's us. It's not when he was with Miami and their offense. It's not what he was when he was with Detroit and their offense. It's the Chicago Bears and our offense and our personnel's offense.